Summary of The Lightning Thief, Percy Jackson and the Olympians, Book 1 written by Riordan. Chapter 1. Riordan's The Lightning Thief takes readers on a fantastical journey through the world of Greek mythology, where gods, monsters, and heroes collide. At the center of this tale is Percy Jackson, a 12-year-old troubled student who discovers he is a demigod, part human, part god. As Percy navigates the challenges of adolescence and the perils of a world where ancient powers are at play, he embarks on a journey of self-discovery, friendship, and heroism. This essay will explore the themes of identity and destiny in The Lightning Thief, examining how Percy's quest to uncover the truth about himself shapes his character and propels the narrative forward. Part 1: The Call to Adventure. The story begins with Percy reflecting on his tumultuous life at Yancey Academy, a school for troubled kids, where he often finds himself in trouble, despite his best efforts. Percy's troubles seem to follow him even on a seemingly ordinary field trip to the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Accompanied by his classmates and teachers, including Mr. Brunner and the ominous Mrs. Dodds, Percy hopes for a peaceful trip. However, his hopes are dashed when he becomes the target of bullying from Nancy Bobofit, a fellow student who enjoys tormenting Percy and his friend Grover. As tensions rise, Percy's frustration grows, and he inadvertently insults Mrs. Dodds during a class discussion about Greek mythology. Little does Percy know, this innocent remark sets off a chain of events that will change his life forever. Mrs. Dodds confronts Percy in an empty gallery, but her appearance begins to warp and transform into that of a monstrous creature with wings and talons. In a moment of panic, Percy defends himself with a pen that transforms into a sword, vaporizing Mrs. Dodds into yellow powder. Part 2: The Journey Begins. Confused and shaken, Percy tries to make sense of what happened, but no one else seems to remember Mrs. Dodds. Even Grover and Mr. Brunner deny her existence, leaving Percy feeling isolated and bewildered. Despite his unease, Percy cannot shake the feeling that something strange and dangerous is happening. With the help of Mr. Brunner, who hints at Percy's special abilities, Percy begins to uncover the truth about his identity and the mysterious forces at work around him. He learns that he is a demigod, the son of Poseidon, the Greek god of the sea. Percy's discovery marks the beginning of an epic journey as he navigates the challenges of adolescence and the perils of a world where gods and monsters walk among mortals. Part 3: Facing Trials and Tribulations. As Percy grapples with his newfound knowledge, he realizes that he is not just a troubled kid but a hero with a destiny to fulfill. With this revelation comes a sense of purpose and determination as Percy embarks on a quest to unravel the secrets of his past and confront the looming threat that threatens to engulf the world. Along the way, Percy encounters a host of colorful characters, including other demigods like himself, mythical creatures, and gods from Greek mythology. He forms bonds of friendship and alliance with individuals such as Annabeth Chase, daughter of Athena, and Grover, his loyal friend and protector. As Percy's journey unfolds, he must confront his own fears and doubts, while forging his own path in a world where nothing is as it seems. Along the way, he faces numerous challenges and battles against monsters and adversaries bent on destroying him and his allies. Part 4: The Hero's Transformation. Through his trials and tribulations, Percy grows and matures, discovering his strengths and abilities as a demigod. He learns to harness the power of his divine heritage and embrace his destiny as a hero. Along the way, he also learns valuable lessons about friendship, loyalty, and the importance of standing up for what is right. As Percy's character evolves, so too does his understanding of himself and his place in the world. He comes to accept his role as a demigod and embraces the challenges and responsibilities that come with it. Through his actions and choices, Percy demonstrates courage, resilience, and compassion, proving himself to be a true hero. Part 5: The Return Home. The Lightning Thief concludes with Percy returning to Yancey Academy, forever changed by his experiences. Though he may appear to be an ordinary student on the surface, Percy carries with him the knowledge and wisdom gained from his journey. He is no longer just a troubled kid but a hero who has faced his fears and emerged victorious. As Percy reunites with his friends and classmates, he reflects on the lessons he has learned and the challenges that lie ahead. Though his journey may be far from over, Percy knows that he is ready to face whatever obstacles come his way, armed with the strength of his convictions and the support of his allies. Conclusion. In The Lightning Thief, Rick Riordan crafts a captivating tale of adventure, friendship, and self-discovery that resonates with readers of all ages. Through Percy Jackson's Three Old Ladies Knit the Socks of Death, Percy Jackson found himself engulfed in a surreal and perplexing whirlwind of events following a seemingly innocuous field trip to a museum. What started as a routine outing turned into a bewildering odyssey, leaving Percy questioning reality and his own sanity. The narrative unfolded with Percy recounting his disconcerting experiences, highlighting the disappearance of his pre-algebra teacher, Mrs. Dodds, and her replacement by an unfamiliar figure named Mrs. Kerr. Despite Percy's attempts to challenge the apparent collective amnesia of his peers, they remained steadfast in their conviction that Mrs. Kerr had always been their teacher. This pervasive illusion compounded Percy's growing sense of isolation and unease. Compounding his confusion were the inexplicable meteorological anomalies plaguing his surroundings. Freak storms, shattered dorm windows, and ominous tornadoes served as ominous omens, reflecting the turbulent tempest brewing within Percy's mind. Nightmares haunted him, featuring grotesque visions of Mrs. Dodds morphing into a sinister entity with talons and leathery wings, stirring dread within his soul. As Percy grappled with these disconcerting phenomena, his academic performance plummeted, mirroring the chaos engulfing his world. From deteriorating grades to escalating conflicts with classmates, Percy found himself spiraling into a vortex of frustration and despair. Even his once close friend Grover appeared enigmatic, evading Percy's inquiries about Mrs. Dodds and displaying an uncharacteristic nervousness. Amidst the turmoil, Percy's only solace lay in the sanctuary of his favorite class, Latin. Under the guidance of Mr. Brunner, Percy found refuge in the study of mythology, clinging to the hope that understanding his ancient heritage might provide clarity amidst the chaos. Mr. Brunner's unwavering faith in Percy's potential served as a beacon of encouragement, even as Percy's dyslexia posed a formidable obstacle. The eve of Percy's final Latin exam marked a pivotal juncture in his tumultuous journey. Faced with overwhelming anxiety and self-doubt, Percy sought counsel from Mr. Brunner, setting in motion a revelation that would shatter the fragile veneer of his reality. Eavesdropping on a clandestine conversation between Grover and Mr. Brunner, Percy stumbled upon a cryptic dialogue hinting at hidden truths and imminent dangers. The revelation that Percy was somehow entangled in a web of mythological intrigue sent shockwaves through his psyche. The mention of a summer solstice deadline and the enigmatic, kindly ones fueled Percy's sense of urgency and dread. Confronted with the unsettling realization that his life was inextricably linked to forces beyond his comprehension, Percy grappled with the weight of his newfound knowledge. In the aftermath of this revelation, Percy's world teetered on the brink of collapse. Betrayed by his own perception and grappling with the revelation of his true identity, Percy faced an uncertain future fraught with peril and uncertainty. As he bid farewell to Yancey Academy and embarked on a journey into the unknown, Percy carried with him the burden of his destiny and the weight of his heritage. Yet amidst the chaos and uncertainty, glimmers of hope emerged. In Grover, Percy found a steadfast ally and confidant, their bond transcending the tumultuous trials they faced. Armed with Grover's cryptic business card and a newfound resolve, Percy embarked on a journey of self-discovery and redemption, determined to unravel the mysteries that shrouded his past and shape his destiny. As Percy's journey unfolded, he would come to realize that his trials were but the opening chapter in an epic saga that would test his courage, resilience, and humanity. With each step forward, Percy would confront his fears, confront his demons, and embrace the legacy of his ancestors, forging a path towards enlightenment and empowerment. In the crucible of adversity, Percy Jackson would discover his true strength and emerge as a hero destined to defy fate and shape the destiny of worlds. And though the road ahead was fraught with peril and uncertainty, Percy would face the challenges head-on, guided by the unwavering belief that within him lay the power to transcend the boundaries of mortal limitation and ascend to greatness.